indeed American weapon sales to Riyadh? I'm asking in the light of an attack that killed 40 school children.
Established rules of international conduct are repeatedly being flouted by major countries like Russia. The seizure of Crimea in 2014 was the first time that territory has been annexed in Europe by force of arms since 1945.
And you said there will be a serious price to pay for things.
And this March, the Russian government even used a banned nerve agent on the streets of Salisbury in Britain in an attempt to assassinate Sergei and Yulia Skripal. One British citizen was tragically killed as a result. Such aggressive and malign behaviour undermines the international order that keeps us safe. And of course we must engage with Moscow, but we must also be blunt. Russia's foreign policy under President Putin has made the world a more dangerous place.
And so I really wonder what you would offer in terms of specific recommendations to strengthen.
Those who don't share our values need to know that there will always be a serious price to pay if red lines are crossed, whether territorial incursions, the use of banned weapons, or increasingly cyber attacks. And part of that credibility comes from unity.
To where it was before in 1922, which is good, and it happened in 2011.
And one of the biggest threats to European unity would be a chaotic no-deal Brexit. Britain would, of course, find a way to prosper, and we've faced many greater challenges in our history. We will always be a dependable ally for the US and all countries that share our values. But the risk of a messy divorce, as opposed to the friendship we seek, would be a fissure in relations between European allies that would take a generation to heal. A geostrategic error for Europe at an extremely vulnerable time in our history. So, as I've been saying to European governments, now is the time for the European Commission to engage with an open mind with the fair and constructive proposals made by the Prime Minister.
The citizens of South Sudan from really taking the government out.
In Britain, the 52% of our country who voted to leave the EU cannot be dismissed as far-right extremists, nor the many who seek change in the US. Our two histories share a common thread of the benefits of freedom and prosperity progressively being shared by more and more of our peoples. But if our electorates believe that such benefits are no longer being shared fairly between political elites and the people they represent, then resentment boils over. Finding a solution to the incredibly challenging problems in all of Sudan is. But there's much more to do, and we must all prove in this new era that free, open, capitalist values are the key to economic renewal and prosperity. Free trade is critical to that, and the United Kingdom warmly welcomes the support from the US administration for a UK-US free trade deal.